As a lot of you guys know, I bought this bike used. I took a huge risk by buying this motorcycle used. But I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should not buy a used motorcycle.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
You know, I seriously rolled the dice buying this bike, guys, especially it being a Ducati as well. But I tell you, the only reason that I bought this bike used and was because it was still under warranty, factory warranty, and it was only 1 year old. So I figured any problems I'd have with it, it'd be covered under the warranty. But anyways, the number one reason why you don't want to buy a used motorcycle is you could be inheriting problems that you can't see initially when you first buy the bike. It may be something that'll happen to you down the road that the owner had covered up. You know, maybe put some duct tape on it or something, and then maybe a part falls off and the bike cuts off or something. I've heard some crazy stories on some forums with people buying used bikes where the bike ends up being a piece of junk. That's why I always tell you guys to, you know, take the bike to a mechanic and have it looked over, you know, or the easiest way is just to take it to a dealership and have that mechanics do a full inspection on it. Generally only costs you about 50 bucks or so, 50 to 80 bucks, but it'll be the best money you spent because you'll know if there's any problems with the bike, and maybe you can have the owner fix those problems and the bike can still be a great bike to get, you know. But number 2 reason why you shouldn't buy a used motorcycle is the bike could have stripped bolts. I'll tell you, I bought my CBR 600RR used, and I will tell you guys that I came across a bolt that was stripped on that bike, and man, was that a pain in the ass to get off. And that's a huge reason why you want to avoid a used bike, because if the previous person worked on it and stripped some bolts on there, I'll tell you guys, you're going to be really pissed off if you have to deal with a stripped bolt. It's really difficult to remove, man. And the number 3 reason why you shouldn't get a used bike is that it's not perfect. I know some of you guys are really anal like I am, where you want your bike to be 100% perfection, not even a hairline scratch. And I'll tell you guys, that's one thing that kind of upset me when I bought this bike. This bike was in stellar condition, but there was a couple of hairline marks on the bike that I couldn't get off. Nothing huge, it's just very, very minor. But it wasn't 100% perfection, you know. That's what I love about a new motorcycle, is that it is perfection, and anything that happens to it, it's, I mean, your fault. But it's really tough for me. I'm so anal, sometimes I think about that, those few hairline marks that are on the bike. I'm just like, man, and believe me, I try very hard to remove them, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not scratched down, like the paint scratched off or anything. I could probably buff it off if I try harder, but it's still irritating. But anyways, number 4 reason why you shouldn't buy a used motorcycle is the bike could be stolen. And I've seen it happen many times, guys, where people, especially if you're a dumb buyer and you don't check the VIN number before you buy the motorcycle, and do some research on the bike before you buy it. You don't do that, and you end up with a stolen bike. You'll be really sorry, guys. The police will show up, and you may even have to give a testimony in a court case, which can really put you maybe at risk of having an effed up day if that person, you know, doesn't want you to testify or something. And not only that, you're out your money too, because they're going to take your motorcycle back because it's stolen. So not only are you going to have to you're going to lose your money, they're going to take your motorcycle, but you may have to testify in a case against maybe a theft ring or something, and they may want to try to take you out so you don't testify against them and put them in jail. So for those of you that do buy a used motorcycle, make sure you do a VIN check. And I did a VIN check on mine, guys. I did a full VIN history check. And luckily everything was clean on my bike. And that brings me to point number 5. Why you shouldn't buy a used motorcycle is that you're not going to get a warranty with your bike. You may, if you do like me and you get one that's like a year old or so and it's still under warranty. But for the most part, especially with Japanese motorcycles, they tend to only have like a 1-year warranty on their bike. As where like Ducati, I think they generally offer a 2-year original factory warranty. Sometimes some people get the extended warranties, so in that case obviously that would be a bonus if you did get an extended warranty, but usually that's not the case. Most people don't get extended warranties on their bike, and if you run into any problems, you're gonna have to pay for it, you know. So you always, it's, you know, to be honest with you, you think you're saving some bucks, a lot of money by buying used sometimes, and sometimes you're not really gaining that much, because if you end up having to fix a bunch of stuff on the motorcycle, that'll negate the savings that you saved initially when you bought the bike. So definitely want to have that bike checked, guys. I didn't get mine checked, but like I said, it was still under warranty. And I could get an extended factory warranty because it was still under warranty. So but I still took a big risk on buying this bike used. So, but it paid for me in the long run because I saved $8,000, man. And for those of you that want to see how I bought this bike, the steps I took to get this sick deal, I'll include the video link in the description section and comment section of this video. Go check that video out. Now I'll show you how I saved $8,000 on this bike. And so even if I do have to get a belt, like I said, even if it was $1,000, I still saved like $7,000 by buying this used bike. So it worked out very well for me. But honestly, I like to buy leftover new motorcycles, like I did with my CBR 1000 RR, where I saved about $4,000. I paid $8,999 for that back in 2014. It was a leftover 2012, brand new. Well, it had 0 miles, so in my opinion, it's brand new. But the correct term should be leftover new. My WR250R was, I bought that in 2015, and it was a 2014, and I saved some money on that. I think I paid $6,000 out the door or something like that for it, taxes, everything. So you can get some really sick deals on leftover new bikes, and you're getting that mint condition, perfect condition with full factory warranty, 0 miles. Really, the leftover new is really the best way to go, especially if you plan on keeping it a long time. You know, I had planned on keeping the CBR 1000 RR a long time, and also my WR250R is a lifer bike for me. I'll keep that. Even if that bike breaks, I'll fix it up. I love that bike, man, because it's low maintenance, and it's a Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. You can do everything on that bike. It's amazing. This bike I had only planned on keeping a couple years anyhow, within the extended warranty. So I think it'll work out for me with this bike, and then after 2 years I'll get something else. But you know, I hope my videos help you guys out. And for those of you guys that want to get my gear, you know, my camo pants, my high-vis helmets, the gloves, everything, I always include links to my gear in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Gear, and those are current links to all of my gear. And if you want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with all of my over 1,000+ videos categorized into those playlists. So hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. It really helps my channel. It helps me get motivated to do more videos when you hit thumbs up. Subscribe to my all-in-one motorcycle channel. Appreciate all you guys. But also, guys, Also, go check out my other channel as well.
That showcases a van that I customized for cheap that allows me to live in my van with my motorcycle anywhere, and has a ton of cool mods. And that channel has everything from build videos, trip videos, anything and everything Bug Out Moto. As a courtesy, I included 2 video playlists, one for new riders, and those are all of the videos I've done over the years that I feel are helpful for new riders, and also my popular videos playlist. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Take care.